actual thing soon here in Formula One with Andretti entering the sport. These people, women, guys are not quitting. They are not quitting. If you don't know, I'm telling you right now, all over social media, Michael Andretti, Mario Andretti, the Andretti Global Autosports Group has posted that they indeed are moving forward with their pursuit to enter Formula One. Now, I know in the beginning when a lot of this stuff kicked off, Andretti was wanting to enter as a new team himself. There was a lot of pushback. There was a lot of naysay. A lot of things were really focused on Porsche, who we don't know where the hell they are now. Where the hell is Porsche? Where is Porsche in all this? I've already told you that I think Porsche was in cahoots with the other Volkswagen sibling Audi to pretty much bully their way into Formula One by having things changed that will facilitate a more soft entry for them. That's what I think was going to happen. Good evening. So now we had Andretti kind of, it didn't fall off. Now Porsche, you know, they entered a trademark finally and all this other stuff, and we haven't really heard much about Porsche. We haven't heard much about that. But then we saw more things starting to surface with Andretti and Michael and them trying to get more push and more ground to enter Formula One. And the next thing we saw was the big splash with Jamie. Jamie joined the Andretti Autosports Group as far as an Indy Next. That was a solid move. Now here we are today, them dropping news that they will be collaborating with Cadillac to enter Formula One. With Cadillac, another American manufacturer under the General Motors Group, which is going to be motorsports. They're going to be in here. So it's not like Cadillac doesn't participate. It's not like Cadillac doesn't have any ties at all to high performance vehicles. They do. All right. Now I will say this. When I saw the Cadillac, I was like, I like it for its Americanness, for its prestige. Cadillac has done some awesome things with automobiles, but I was really concerned about the reliability and possibility of them making a power unit as a manufacturer and how that would go. But they solved that. Okay, they have a partnership that they're going to move forward with on Honda, with Honda. So Honda is going to be a collaboration with them. They compete on other levels against each other, so they do have experience with one another, but that is a very critical component and piece to making things happen a lot smoother and a lot better and decrease that learning curve, right? Because with Cadillac trying to make a Formula One engine, and they've already passed the registration point anyway for 2026, I believe, anyway, how that sits, but Honda already being in the game, already supplying Red Bull and AlphaTauri, the Red Bull teams, with a power unit that is proven in its way. We did have some DNFs earlier in that season, but Honda's there. They worked out their kinks with Cadillac and Andretti partnering up with Honda to be their power unit supplier. That is a critical piece to trying to enter in and make things happen. So I'm loving the way that's going. I like the way that's looking. Don't forget about the facility. Don't forget about the facility that's going to be 575,000+ square feet. It's going to sit on 90 acres of land, including a pond that's going to feed CNC machines and God knows whatever else development they're going to do. Don't forget their ETA for that is 2026. But also, they've also mentioned that, yes, they have a technical director. They have engineers. They're already in the process and have been for hiring for this Formula One situation. That is going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. All of this FLQ, what's up? F1 is going to get very competitive. It is going to get very competitive. And I'm not even saying that Porsche is not out there in the weeds lurking and ready to pounce in some other way. I just don't really think, I think we're losing less and less credibility to that as things go on and as things progress, and we haven't really seen them. With Andretti, it's been straight blips and blips throughout the time since they entered or expressed interest, which they're going to be lodging for them to make their entry into Formula One as soon as possible. How soon will that be? I don't know. But as soon as possible means as soon as they can push the button and make it happen, that's what they're going to be doing. I'm just, hey, this right here is really big news. I don't know if everything's going to fall in place. I don't know if all chips land and this actually happens, and the next thing we know, we're seeing Andretti, Cadillac, and FP sessions qualifying and GP. I don't know, but I do know that if you're going to make an announcement to this magnitude, Andretti next to Cadillac, and don't forget Honda, that something is really happening to the pace of really becoming reality. That is how I feel about this. That's how I feel about this. Good afternoon to everybody. So there's no way I can see news like this come out and not come on here live and speak to it. Andretti is going to be, if Andretti and Cadillac actually make this happen and they show up in Formula One as a new team entering the sport, they're going to be America's Formula One team. Haas will not be that. Haas will not be that. Money gram and all, Haas won't have enough bags to really overtake that cachet that Andretti combined with Cadillac will have. That will be America's racing team. You might as well move Haas somewhere else, because Haas is doing shit of anything to really be looked at as America's Formula One team. Galacticus, my friend, lives 20 minutes from the Andretti factory, and I think that's in Fisher, Indiana. 20 minutes. Yo, that's that. Hey, I wish I lived 20 minutes. I'd be right there at the door right now like, I need this interview. Porsche has a car already faster than most F1 cars. Yeah, they do, but it's not on the Formula One track. It's not on the Formula One track. That's where the problem lies. That's great that Porsche has a car that might rival a Formula One car, but what good is it if it's not in Formula One? What good is it if you don't have two drivers, a garage, and a paddock to be on the track and in the circuit racing in Formula One? It doesn't do you any good to have that car. We need to see Porsche if they're serious about getting in Formula One. And I haven't seen any of that. And it was also heard that, yes, that Andretti and them were looking at Renault. They were also looking into, and I'm going to speak to this, Honda becoming a PU supplier is going to, these are components that I was talking to when I'm saying going on a dominant streak at this point in time in this era of new regulations to the end of 2028 is not going to be any small feat for the next 5 years. If you get Cadillac and Andretti in with the power unit of Honda, given their learning curve, if you're going to have Audi coming in 2026, given their learning curve, you're going to have Mercedes, McLaren, Aston, Alpine, given their learning curves and the way they're going to progress with the cars that they already have on the grid, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have Ferrari. Ferrari is Formula One's love child. Don't count them out. This is going to be a mixture of high competitive, new entrants, all types of dynamics and ingredients, drivers. Things could really get dicey. If you're going to go on an extreme dominant running streak from now to 2028, you're going to have to really be on top of your shit. On top of your shit, you got your hand in somebody's pocket, which we already seen some of that. But I don't want to cloud this news coming by the way of Andretti Autosport, Global, and Cadillac. I think this is big. I like this. We haven't even gotten to the car unveilings yet. And this is the type of shit we getting before the 2023 season? Man, stop it. Stop it. We about to really see what's up with the live. And I'm telling y'all this right now. The lives for the Wolves Den are posted in the member section. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, click the bell, click all notifications so that when I post them in the member section, you get those notifications, all right? I will also be posting the race link today for the race coming up this weekend, Sunday, 11 a.m. 10:30 is when free practice will start. At 11 a.m., we will start a completely new session, which will give you an opportunity to enter the lobby and be part of the race. I'm going to say this. I'm going to probably make it another Run What You Brung race as a tribute to Ken Block. We had Schumacher's birthday. We got Hamilton's birthday coming up, Saturday? before the Sunday. So I'm going to make it a run what you brung. And I want to see liveries that represent all that. We had Willie T. Ribs. I want to see liveries that embody all of these people who have made great contributions to the sport, whether they are here or not. I want to see those type of liveries. We making another run what you brung, esports racing weekend. I want to see liveries with a tribute, like mixture of Ken Block tributes, celebrations of Schumacher's birthday, Willie T. Ribs' birthday, Lewis Hamilton's birthday. Matter of fact, I even want to see if somebody can come up with what an Andretti Autosports Formula One car would look like in your eyes on the grid. I want to see all types of different liveries this weekend for the race. So if you don't know how to do that, you better send me a request at Wolfpack F1 on the EA Sports platform so you can be sent an invite when we start racing. Don't be late, because if you're late to the gate, you're going to be left. You're going to get left behind. So, hey, the track is going to be Spa. Track is going to be Spa. I'm going to let you know that right now. So get your practice on. I also want to see if we can get another driver's presser. All right. So I'm going to post a Zoom link for those drivers in the driver's section and send that out. So if you want to join that, you can join. I will set a time for that. And then I will go ahead and put that up as well. I'm thinking about trying to do that tomorrow. Baraka, bro, this is big. And if it works out, it could shake up the entire grid. The GM backing, I'm telling you. Remember what I said. If Andretti's going to want to get in, he needs to get with somebody who can financially back him. General Motors can do that. General Motors can do that. Galaxis, let's go. F1 needs the new blood. The world is ready. And I want to see what drivers they're going to pick. Are we going to see Colton Herta? Are we going to see Jamie Chadwick, if she does good at Indy next, pop up in the Andretti paddock? What are we going to see? These things that happen to be a ripple in Formula One can become waves and change up the entire game. That's what we're looking at right now. These are the exciting bits of news that I like to see. Given all the shadow, all the BS that we happen to see in Formula One, it also gets balanced out with some of these nuggets of greatness that happen. It's all a mixture. You got to go through bad times to know what good times are. You got to know what good is to know what bad is. You need both experiences, although we could do without some of them to some of the degree that they are. But also, Wolves Den shirts are going out this week. Already sent. Sylvia Wick, yours is coming to the UK. Maria Duncan, Racer X210, yours will be going out. I need the other people to get with me for shipping addresses so I can send out this next batch. If you don't get with me, I'll move on to the next batch of people and start trying to get them shipped out. I have not got shipping addresses for MK, Robert K. Christensen, Mesker, Nal Ottoman, Calvin Martin, Mr. Banks. I need shipping addresses for you. Reach out to me, DM me, so I can get your Wolfpack Performance Podcast t-shirt out to you. Let's see. Barack all says Toto Wolff being the founder person position to more teams. Now he'd egg on his face. Hey, that also was something else. He was loud about that, and he was and with this happens. Yeah, he's going to have to eat that crow, right? He's going to have to eat it. But also, let's not mistake. We've seen teams come in and out of Formula One throughout the history of Formula One, not stay around long, right? We've seen them come back, leave, come back. I want to see Andretti make this appearance and be here for a decade at least. I want to see them be here for at least a decade. Some type of continuity and consistency to exist on the grid after all this fight. If we see after all this fight, Andretti can't even manage to stay for at least 4 or 5 years, it's sad. It's going to be sad and it's going to be disappointing. I need to see them for at least a decade exist on the grid, come up the grid, and be competitive, show progress. I don't know if they're going to come up and be one of the top 5 teams, but if they start out the first season and they're in the bottom like 15, next thing I know they're mid-pack. Yo, that's progress. I would like to see that continue, of course. Maybe even see Andretti, Mario, who is a champion, who is a world driving champion Formula One, have a team on the grid that also gets a world constructor championship and maybe even a driver's championship. I would like to see those things happen. And Karen Horner definitely going to have egg on his face. Honda's going to be the power unit supplier. They're going to be the power unit supplier. So there, like I said, there's a lot of ingredients that could take place where, you thinking Red Bull might have extreme dominance for the next 5 years. Maybe not. I'm telling you, these things are not easy. What Mercedes did is not easy. What Williams did is not easy. What Ferrari did is not easy. I understand there are all type of variables and ingredients that go in that. And right now, Red Bull's got one by being, the FIA and Ben's damn, fucking spoiled brat. But things can happen. GM back in Andretti will make, I don't know what. Oh, we'll make F1 and everyone else shut up and pay attention, and they will stop crapping on Andretti. They need to stop crapping on Andretti already. Like, Andretti's in several different. Racer X210, what's up with you? Your shirt gonna be going out this week too, bro. But Andretti's in several different areas of motorsports. All right, they are not just somebody sitting on the couch and not active. They active out here. They doing their thing out here. So, yeah, don't crap on Andretti. That's all. Hey, that's all I'm trying to say and more. I hope we get more developments of this. I hope we get more valid, concrete, real progress and news that this is going to be moving further. I hope that maybe even for 2023 in Vegas, another big announcement comes and says that Andretti will be entering Formula One 2025 or 2026. 2026 is the best date for them to really enter. Let's just be realistic. One, because regulations change. You don't need to spend a lot of money in development into a car that's going to have to change. Will they split that? I don't know. Andretti and Cadillac might be like, fuck it. We ready to go right now. We'll learn along the way. We already have the finances. We already know what we're willing to spend on that bag. We're going to come in 2024 and then we'll have our bump our head. We'll get all our development. In 2026, we're going to be ready to take off when the MGUH in the trash can. Maybe. Galacticus. Red Bull power unit will be junk when Honda leaves. Watch and see. I told everybody this. Red Bull powertrains is a fake. It's not real. It's not real. I told you I did not believe Red Bull powertrains was going to be a real thing. I didn't believe that they was going to end up going to their own power unit. I didn't believe it. And it still hasn't happened. And it don't look like it's going to happen. Right now, they still looking for other engine manufacturers just to put a badge and their name on a power unit. When are we going to see a Red Bull powertrain with a Red Bull tag on it? That's what I want to know. Red Bull built powertrain with a Red Bull tag. That was what all the hoopla was about. And I don't believe in it. And thus far, I haven't seen a clue to believe in it. They did what they had to do to keep Honda around. Even though they try to rebadge and then the HRC and now it's back to Honda. It's Honda. It's not Red Bull powertrains. That ain't shit. I don't even think there's a go-kart out there with a Red Bull powertrain in it. Just saying. Diaz, we need to have 11 teams, even more. I think 12 teams is a sweet spot, honestly. I think 12 teams is a sweet spot. I think there should be 12 teams. We talking about more jobs, more drivers, more competition. I think 12 teams is a sweet spot. Hell, I run 12 teams in my fantasy, and that's a sweet spot. So, me and Bryson talked about that here on the show before. 12 teams, I think that's a sweet spot for me. Yeah, I definitely think that. For real, for real. Like, this needs to happen. This really needs to happen. I'm looking forward to this, for real. But anyway, just wanted to come on, talk about this exciting news. I'm going to keep abreast of this throughout the whole day because you never know. They could be releasing something else tonight, like a rendering of a car, a rendering of a Cadillac F1 car. That shit's going to be dope. So I will see y'all then. Peace and love. Be on the lookout. I'm going to post the race YouTube link for everybody who wants to be a spectator and just watch the race. And I'm going to post the racer link as well in the race chat so everybody knows the information that's going on. So you're going to get two links. The link for the actual video for the live stream, and then you'll get the link that's going to have all the information with how we're going to set up the weekend. Racer X210. Horner is scared of more car manufacturers competing because Max will have to compete with a field that will be scary fast. I'm ready to see this happen. Yes, I'm telling you. You still have to keep in mind, Cadillac's not bringing a power unit. Cadillac makes some strong engines out there. We see some fast Cadillacs. True, they got some bad out there too, but that's all manufacturers. Honda makes a damn good power unit. If it were not for a component of that, Red Bull wouldn't be where they are. Just keeping it real. This entire combination, this conglomerate, this trifecta could be awesome. Cadillac, Honda, Andretti. I like it. I like it. Let me know if you like it, all right? So I will see you all later. Stay up. Peace and love, fam. Big love, everybody, for the super chats. Big love, everybody, supporting the E-Races and the drivers. Drivers, I'm going to go ahead and see if you all want to do another driver's presser tomorrow evening so that I can get that posted up Saturday for people before the Sunday race, all right? Stay up. Peace and love.